I know that we celebrate those non-scale victories like crazy around here in the GLP-1 community, and this is a scale victory. However, these numbers don't lie, and they show that I am doing more than just losing weight. I'm gaining my health back. This is from my starting date, October 4th, at 192.6 pounds, a BMI of 37.8, and a body fat percentage of 50.6. And this is today, 150.2. I've dropped my BMI all the way down to 29.5. And look at that body fat percentage, down to 38.7, y'all. And then look at this one. I took myself from a class 2 obesity, see that, down to just straight overweight. Now, I hate BMI. BMI sucks. Don't get me wrong. It's the dumbest thing ever created. It doesn't allow for high muscle mass, and it's awful to people who are at one end of the spectrum to the other for height. Me, being 4'11", it's awful to me. However, this is a huge victory because last year when I was signing up for long-term disability coverage through my work, I was denied because of my class 2 obesity. So this next year, I can sign up for it without having to go through all kinds of hoops and appeal process, which I just didn't even feel like doing last year. So I let it be denied. I'm going to sign up for it this year. Look at that. And then some of the other numbers to pay attention to that I've also vastly improved is these two right here. My visceral fat went from 18 and my subcutaneous fat went from 35.9% down to, I lost it. Ah, there it is. Visceral fat of 11 and subcutaneous fat of 27.6%. Yeah, I've made some improvements. I've also dropped my body age 2 whole years. Oops, sorry. Look at that. I've gone from 45 to 43 on my body age. Yeah, these are numbers. They're real. They show that I'm making vast improvements. My fat mass has also gone from 97.4 pounds to 58.2 pounds. So I've lost fat and not just losing your muscle or your water weight. God, I can't talk this morning. I need to go to bed. Yeah, look at that. And it does show that my fat-free body weight is staying about the same, give or take a couple pounds. So I might have lost a little bit of muscle in the process, but that is part of it. I will gain that back when everything balances out and I'm done. I've always liked, where I see the excellent numbers when I step on this scale, but those are all staying the same. I'm not dropping any of those. I would like to see my BMR go back up a little bit higher just because that burns more calories. I don't know that I agree with this. That hasn't changed. Ideal body weight of 104.9. Well, let me tell you. I was 118 to 122 pounds more than I wore a size 0 when my husband proposed to me in 2002. 118 to 122 pounds at a size 0. There's no way that I could drop another, 15 pounds from that. There's just not. No. That's not happening. However, everything else I like. I'm loving seeing these numbers, You know, it's not just, okay, I'm losing weight. Like, this actually shows, especially like, God, that visceral fat. That's the one that, you know, you die from. That's the one that causes cardiac problems. That's the one that causes shortened lifespan and all of those things. And I'm drastically improving that number. So yeah, I just wanted to celebrate that with y'all today.